got it. Hey, everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Top 4.
Top 4!
Where we here on YouTube talk about the top 4 of something, usually comic book related, but not always. But first, I want to say, hey, Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Hey, that's great. LT, how you doing down there, buddy?
I'm doing okay.
Awesome. Mikey, sweet Mikey, how's by you? He's good. He's having a little bit of audio problems in the background because there's a fire-breathing dragon somewhere in the cellar, which is terrible. And today, we're talking about the top 4 villains. I didn't have a good segue there. And today we're talking about the top 4 villains of Aquaman. Aquaman has a lot of villains, but not a lot that he's really super known for. I think when we think of Aquaman, the first big villain that comes to mind is usually Black Manta. But he has plenty of others, so let's get into it. Josh, who's your favorite Aquaman villain?
I don't have a lot of depth and breadth in the DC world, but almost just on name alone, and then just because he's a little scary at times, actually, when you get into him, is Fisherman.
Fisherman is a little bit scary. A genetically manipulated person who can swim kind of super fast.
He's actually a symbiote, so he's not a person. He attaches to people.
Holy Lord!
Yeah, and so he controls their minds and then uses their skills and knowledge to go find and murder Aquaman.
So he's a fisher of men.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice. Do you have a favorite arc that he did, or do you just like that power set? Because this is a cool power set.
I do like the power set. I think mostly I just read through panels, not whole stretches. So I was looking for somebody, and I was like, Fisherman, that sounds goofy. And then I was like, oh, but he's kind of cool. And then, oh, he's kind of terrifying.
Nobody likes being mind controlled.
No one.
Well, Elon Musk, but other than that, nobody usually likes being mind controlled.
So, I mean, if one of you guys has a run that he's in that's worthy of me digging into, I'll go read it.
All right, good to know. LT, do you got a fave?
Black Manta.
Black Manta's a great pick. He's been the big bad for the longest of times that I can think of. What do you like about Black Manta?
He's got some great character design. I mean, that helmet just looks fantastic.
That helmet is cool.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the visual of that helmet.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is. It's scary. It's functional. What's not to like?
Mike and LT, you guys are better at numbers than I am, but this way predates Darth Vader, right? Black Manta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by a lot, I'm thinking.
Yeah, a hell of a lot.
Yeah, and the costume there, I mean, there are a few similarities, but I wouldn't exactly say either one of them are derivative of either. They just look cool. You're right, it's a cool costume. His powers change so often that it kind of, messes me up. Like, I don't know which Black Manta I'm reading about.
Yeah.
That's my only
problem. He always looks cool.
He does always look cool, though. I will give you that. I like the Black Manta from the first Aquaman movie, actually. I like that origin story. It gave him real gravitas and, a reason to be in the fight. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Joshua was talking about the flying fish, and that's the guy I'm going to be talking about. You guys remember the flying fish?
Yeah.
Now, he was a very, very early foe of Aquaman. He was a genetically manipulated Olympic swimmer who could swim just about as fast as Aquaman, which is mind-boggling when you think about how fast Aquaman. And he was kind of set up as, I don't want to say set up as a nemesis or set up as a super soldier in case Aquaman goes nuts, but he kind of was exactly that. Like, oh, Aquaman's so cool, we could probably do that. Come on, science, let's do good. And they didn't exactly do good.
No.
He likes to skim across the water like a flying fish because he can swim so fast, and then he can get above the water and then he can kind of skim along like a flying fish. It's a very cool look. I like that he was just a person. It's a fun character for me. Mike, do you have a couple of minutes to tell us what you would like to?
Yeah, for me, it's the trench.
The trench itself, yes, that is scary.
Yeah, so it's a deep cut in the ocean, and it is filled with piranha humanoids. It was introduced in the 2000s in the Aquaman series by Jeff Johns, and I want Aquaman to have a zombie apocalypse. And so all of these creatures just get attracted out of the trench because somebody decides to go exploring, and everything goes horribly wrong. And they are really awesome, even though it's not one individual; it's an entire species.
Entire ecosystem of trench dwellers.
Yeah, but that's like saying, the Brood is your favorite X-Men bad guy. Absolutely viable. I think that's a no contest. I love the trench too. Not only are the piranha monsters, there's also other shit down there. And we'll never know how deep that trench goes and what the other things are. And some of the things that come out of there are absolutely Cthulhian in horror. Just absolutely abysmal looking in the strictest meaning of the term. Just very, very, very terrifying creatures coming out of that thing. And that was a good arc. Does anyone remember what the name of that was?
I was the first issue of Aquaman, I think 2011, when they rebooted the DC universe.
That one will give you nightmares, kids. You won't dangle your foot off the side of the bed.
Yeah. Certainly not off the side of the boat.
Not off the side of the boat. All right. And anyone got any honorable mentions?
I think
Ocean Master?
Yeah.
Mikey, any honorable mention there?
Dehydration.
That was my one of my very favorite episodes, comic books of Aquaman. Black Adam just dismissively tosses him into the middle of a desert, like halfway across the world. I don't know how he even survives it. He's Aquaman, he survives it. But now he's got to use his wits, his skills, and his survival knowledge to survive being an fish guy in the middle of the desert until he can find help. And it's just a really, really good little look into the mind of Aquaman and how he thinks and his survival skills and other things he can do as a person other than just rely on talking to fish and being fairly super strong. I really like that. He made him more human to me, I guess. Plus the artwork was good.
Deadwater is also pretty cool. It's creatures that are made of hydrokinesis. So there's not just one of them also. They're kind of eel monster looking things. Sorry.
Yeah. I think I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And they are scary and they are cool. All right. I think that does it. Thank you, everybody, for listening in on our podcast today. If you like it, you can hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, you hit the subscribe button. More importantly, if you think we missed a really cool Aquaman villain, write it down in the comments down there. Yeah. Tell us. Let us know.
I will be Scottish Aquaman at this coming Pensacon.
You're going to be Scottish Aquaman. That's going to be
Scottish
great.
Aquaman.
Scotchwoman.
Scotchwoman.
Aqua Scotch? I don't know. I should carry a bottle of Scotch with me.
There's no reason you shouldn't have a bottle of Scotch with you at all times.
I will definitely pretend it's not a real bottle of Scotch when I try to get through security.
Iced tea. Come on. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Ooh, what if I came up with a Scotch bottle you could twist off in half and have the top be iced tea and the bottom will be real Scotch?
You got 2 weeks, Artificer. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
This will be the drunkest Pensacon ever. And if you like this also, you can also go to the Longbox Guys, which is our podcast. You won't get to see our bright and shiny faces, but you will get to hear over 300 episodes where we delve deep into comic book history, villains, heroes, this and that, and it's a lot of fun. So anywhere you find podcasts. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.